Hi everyone, so this is kind of random, kind of silly, but I'm going to the Democratic Convention as a youth delegate. And today is Friday, which is like the first day where you go and you can meet people, and then eventually I think tomorrow or Sunday you do voting. And so I think I'm only going tonight and tomorrow, but I think it would be a little silly, a little fun if I took you along, looked at all the old white people we're gonna see, and I'm gonna be one of the only young people there. I think it'll be fun. So I'm taking you along with me. Let's see what happens.
Okay, before we get started with the actual events of the convention, I'm just going to run through who the candidates are and what they're running for. The race for governor. We have Sonia Chang Diaz versus Maura Healey. They're both women, so that cancels out politically. Sonia Chang Diaz isn't white, Maura Healey's gay. This is lieutenant governor, which is the vice president, they don't do anything. The three on the left are the only ones that are relevant. Brett Barrow and Adam Hines are super irrelevant. They look the same except one is bald. Kim Driscoll, I don't really know anything about her. Eric Lesser has a very bad receding hairline. Tammy is from Mount Holyoke, so that's all I really care about with her. Next, we have the people running for Attorney General. Quentin Palfrey looks like Voldemort. Shannon Liss Reardon looks like that woman from Algonquin who was really mean. One of the administrators, I literally don't remember her name because I blocked her out of my memory, but she looks like her. Andrea looks normal. Nothing bad to say. Okay, next we have the people running for auditor. We have Chris Dempsey, not related to Patrick, I don't think. And then Diana DiZoglio. And then we have the race for Secretary of State. And we have Bill Galvin, who just looks like a Bill. And then Tanisha Sullivan. No problems with her. She's got a lot of pearls on her neck in this picture. Major drip. Okay, so those are all the candidates. On Friday, my dad and I started our day by stopping by a picketing event for Sonia Chang Diaz, who we are supporting for governor. We just kind of waited around awkwardly, and then we met this man. This is Parade Brian. Parade Brian wasted absolutely no time in getting us signed up for an 8:30 tabling gig the very next day. Don't ask me how I agreed to that. I don't know. We quickly learned that he was no ordinary volunteer, but he had both the power of God and anime on his side, and he was Sonia Chang Diaz's husband, so that helps too. But when we finally met the girl boss herself and took this pic, she told us that Parade Brian was known for how good he was at getting signatures during parade, hence his name, and that when they needed enough signatures to call for a recount, he got someone to get out of the shower, come downstairs from their apartment, and sign the piece of paper. That's pretty godlike, if you ask me. We then checked out the DCU Center, and I got a giant pin from the Tammy table and a promise to meet her later. To end off day one, we hit the Democratic Ragers, and I got to meet Tammy, which was very cool. We talked about Mount Holyoke. It was a great time. The next morning, after my dad and I had tabled for Sonia, we sat down on our spots to listen to some speeches from some candidates. We first heard from Boston Mayor Michelle Wu and Senator Ed Markey, and we were super surprised to see Elizabeth Warren there. It was kind of crazy to see her there. I did not expect her to be speaking, so I tried to get as many videos as I can, thinking that this would be the closest I would ever get to her. Clearly, that was not the case. So here's my story of meeting Elizabeth. So right after all the speeches, my dad looks at me and he goes, "We're going to meet Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren right now." So we get up out of our seats, we go over, and he has some plan to get the Sonia campaign people we were talking to earlier when we were tabling to get into the war room, which is basically this room in the bottom of the DCU Center where all the politicians and all their materials are. And I'm just kind of this is not really going to work. And me being me, I had to pee. So I go to the bathroom, get out of the bathroom, and in front of me is Elizabeth Warren surrounded by a small crowd of people. I mean, immediately I text my dad. I say, "Elizabeth Warren is over here, walk down the hall." And I go over, kind of get in the mob of people, wait around a while, and then I get my picture with her. So here is the evidence of probably one of the best days of my life. I've talked about meeting Elizabeth Warren for as long as I can remember, and though we didn't really talk, it was just really cool to be in her presence. She's done so many amazing things, and yeah, I could talk about this forever. I'm just really excited I finally got to meet her. That's pretty much it. It was a pretty cool weekend. I had a lot of fun, would definitely do it again. If you ever want to feel special, be a delegate for any kind of voting convention, people will come up to you and talk to you and make you feel really special. So if you want an ego boost, go to one of these. It's very fun. Thank you for watching. Bye.